So, now we're going to do this properly. Apparently I missed it where I had saved, so we're going to have to do it from here. So I will play these, and we can take a looky look, and then discuss afterwards. Uh, since I might delete the other one, basically I did a recording without talking, and I talked for some time while just standing still, so it's just Sora standing in the middle of a board for some time. Apologies. Let's fix it.
Donald! Goofy! Huh? A Keyblade? Who are you?
Someone from the dark.
You can't be Riku.
Riku. I defeated a Riku once.
You what?
Tell me. Tell me why he picked you. I see. That's why.
What?
You seek answers. You feel nothing. Nothing is real. I can give you purpose.
Roxas.
That is right, the new you.
Look who's finally awake.
Axel.
Or maybe I have it wrong. Might be time to sleep. Soon we won't be able to talk like this anymore.
Does that mean it's time for me to go back to where I belong?
You know, I've been thinking about something Naminé said. Roxas, are you really sure that you don't have a heart? Is it possible that we all have one? You, me, her? Or is that just wishful thinking?
I don't know. I can't just look inside.
Yeah, I guess not.
But I figure, if there is something in there, inside us, then we'd feel it, wouldn't we? And if so... No, never mind.
Come on, don't leave me hanging.
Sora will find the answer we're looking for. I know he will. Because he's me.
True enough.
Thanks.
Man, I miss the old times. Still got it memorized? The day we met, and you got your new name, you and I sat right here and watched the sunset.
Yeah. This place is home. Me, Hayner, Pence, Olette. We've shared a lot of adventures.
You'll see them again. I know you will.
Yeah. You're right. Well, I should go. Sora's waiting for me.
Yeah, I suppose he is. Man, this is some good ice cream, huh?
Take care. Okay?
Right back at you, buddy.
You make a good other. You make a good other.
Are you okay?
What just happened?
Gosh, I don't know. You just disappeared. Then me and Donald had to fight some nobodies.
Oh, he said he defeated Riku.
Who said that?
That guy in the black coat.
But nobody can defeat Riku.
Yeah, you're right.
A black coat means Organization 13. He must have been trying to trick you.
Yeah, that must be why we didn't see him.
Huh?
You must be tired, Sora.
Come on, let's just find a way to get into that castle.
Oh, I'm muted again. Okay, so we're going to talk here. So the sequence of events we just went through, I kind of wanted to go on a little bit about it. So, where to begin? So obviously we know that that was Riku. I'm not Riku. That was Roxas. Sorry. Also, yeah, nobody beats Riku. Except, for when we do Riku. Whatever. But yeah, nobody beats Riku. What the heck? So that was Roxas, right? We So again, you guys didn't hear the first time I tried to explain this. I'm trying to explain it in a way from what we know so far versus what, like, say, I would know from having background knowledge of having played through all the games. Because the story is really expanded upon in other games, and if you played them chronologically, that story would be information you'd have by now. But you really want to play Kingdom Hearts the first time through in release order, because it's essentially like how the author intended it, right? We're kind of getting this as we go, as Sora's getting it. So the fact that it's confusing makes sense, if that makes sense, because it's confusing to Sora. Um, this whole game, people have been coming up to Sora and calling him by somebody else's name, Roxas's name, and almost talking to him like there's somebody else inside him, and that's got to be a very confusing experience. And then we've also seen that he has reactions to people and then doesn't understand why he has that reaction. And that is because of Roxas and the relationships that Roxas has with people. So, like, in those flashbacks, we saw that Roxas became a nobody, got picked up by Xemnas, and given that new name of Roxas. He did at that point join Organization 13, which again is expanded on in later points of the game. But we know this much, right? And we've seen in flashbacks within this game that he was a member of Organization 13. We've seen him in that black coat before, but we also see that he made an active choice to leave Organization 13. Like, remember that flashback where Axe is like, you can't leave, they won't let you leave. And Roxas is like, I'm going to leave, nobody will miss me. Axel's like, that's not true, I would, because I'm dearly in love with you. What? That was definitely the dialogue. I'm not remembering it wrong. You're remembering wrong. So, between that point of Roxas choosing to leave, and where we meet Roxas at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, something happens. And the bits of that we get are in the extra ending of Kingdom Hearts 1. They show footage of it, and I think they also give you some flashback footage of it earlier in this game, where Roxas is in literally this area, and he's attacked by a Heartless, and then receives help from a mystery figure in a black cloak, who is also wielding a Keyblade. And then so at first they're fighting the Heartless together, and then they turn on one another and start fighting. And then we later see that, tall figure again, giving Roxas's unconscious body over to Diz, and Diz using that Tron-like technology to basically digitize Roxas and put him in the virtual version of Twilight Town, where he becomes friends with virtual versions of Hayner, Pence, and Olette. And his memories are altered so that he believes that he's just a regular kid going to school on summer vacation. And then we go through the events of the game, where we eventually realize something is, wrong with the Matrix, and it ends, his sort of existence ends with him being recombined into Sora, without even having necessarily all of his memories of who he was restored to him. But perhaps now he's at least got all that from that conversation we saw on the bell tower just now with Axel. So Organization 13 is obviously aware of the fact that Roxas went back into Sora. By the way they talk to him, the way they have, Axel chase him down, essentially. this is something they know, and they treat Sora like Roxas is basically just hiding behind him. And Sora has no idea what they're talking about. And we even see in certain things that Roxas is not, completely dissolved away in there, right? Like, there's scenes we have, particularly with the kids from Twilight Town and with Axel, where, so like, when they're having to say goodbye to them for the first, like, Sora meets them and then they have to, part ways, Sora starts crying and he doesn't know why. And it's because, something inside him knows that these are friends that he wants to be with, and or something inside him wants to be with, and has no choice in the matter that's not going to be pulled away from them. The kids that Sora meets are, in fact, the real-world versions of Hayner, Pence, and Orlette, who haven't met Roxas. But as the story goes on and they kind of learn a little more, they feel this connection with Sora as well that can be taken as perhaps them feeling this connection that Roxas feels with them. And it's so Sora has this ability to connect hearts, and it might be that because Sora and Roxas are in their own weird way connected, essentially sharing a heart, right? That ability of Sora's, subliminal or unconscious as it may be, is reaching out to these kids and giving them the ability to essentially feel Roxas's absence, or the Roxas and Sora, and feel the kinship that Roxas has with them, and friend recognizing friend, even if they don't understand why, type of thing. Guys, Axel literally gives his life saving Sora, and Sora's like, we see the scene, and Sora's like, why did you do that, And Axel is like, I wanted to see Roxas. He's the only one I liked. He's the one that made me feel like I had a heart. And then he says, you make me feel like that too. And I think, again, it's Sora has this ability to generate connection and bonds. And that's, like, when he says, my friends are my power, that is literally, for him, very much the reality. These connections that he forms give him more strength than he would have just on his own. But those connections, too, have their own power, in a way where it seems to change the hearts of people around him, or affect them. Affect them is probably a better way to put it. And so, coming to, I guess, the point of it, so Roxas, we know, has essentially, gone into Sora. He's not in the physical world anymore. He's not in the digital world anymore. He's within Sora somehow. Axel, likewise, has, we saw him dissolve away. That wasn't him, going off somewhere. That was him, as creatures of this world do when they perish. They kind of dissolve. They go ephemeral on you. So I think the scene we saw between Roxas and Axel, that wasn't a memory. That wasn't something from another game or anything like that. I think that was kind of just their spirits kind of connecting to try and have, a last moment together, a chance to say goodbye, or just be together one last time. And who knows, maybe Sora's ability of creating those connections is allowing this moment to happen. Who knows? And obviously there's questions they still have. Roxas is asked by Axel and Nonmane, do you really think it's true that you don't have a heart? Because when those guys are together, they seem to have feelings, and the things we're told about Nobodies is that they can't actually feel anything. They don't exist, and yet they have physical form. So that fits my definition of existing, but okay. And then they seem to, the longer they're around, if they, choose to form bonds with people, I feel like that kind of like begins to grow. Because we're not talking like the physical organ of the heart here, right? We're talking about the concept of having a heart. And in the world of Kingdom Hearts, obviously that means something. It's almost like a power of its own, a presence of its own, to have that. Sort of, it's called a spiritual energy, or something within you that is a source of your own feeling and connections and power. And do the nobodies have that? It's, they're telling you they don't. Where are they getting that information from? Who knows? How are they deciding that? I don't know. We don't always get that science. We could actually look at the Ansem reports and see what new things we've learned, because we did get more Ansem reports. But yeah, there's lots more to Roxas' story in games that cover the time that he was with Organization 13. And like I said, that's not... Release order-wise, we haven't found it yet. So it's natural as the audience to feel confused, because we're getting this through Sora's lens, and Sora is confused by what's going on here. And this point of this location, it's where he was attacked and captured and then brought to the digital world, and his memories were altered and stuff like that. For Roxas is what I'm talking about. So I almost feel like maybe that's why this particular moment at this space is why this, I don't know what we want to call it, a memory, a phantom, something of Roxas has enough juice to kind of suck Sora into this little spirit pocket or something where they have it out. Because it hurts him to have his life taken away from him. He had, from that point of being captured, he had no real say of what his outcome was, and he was essentially a prisoner. Diz had no intention of giving him his own choice of whether or not he was going to go back to Sora. Diz has his own, agenda, and part of that agenda was restoring Sora, without regard to Roxas and what it might cost him. So it's I mean, can you imagine that? It's like, I want to say rage or hurt or just the injustice of it, right? Of literally, I am my own thinking person, and I am being forced to be drained away into this other person that I don't even know. I don't know anything about them. Roxas, I guess, was getting dreams of Sora, but that's not the same as, meeting with the person and being like, yeah, you know what? Okay, I'll be part of your insides working. I don't know, but that's a lot to ask of anyone. And I feel like maybe it's just because that happened right here. It was enough of a jolt to the system that Roxas kind of was able to I don't know how to define that moment of being like, I'm going to, kind of fight for myself for a minute here and see what can be done. But obviously, for the game to progress, you can't lose that fight. So Roxas remains, a hidden part of us. So I think that covers the majority of what we went along with. I think I talked a little bit more about Namune being a part of things last time, but we saw her. What we see her in the beginning of this game is what her interaction with Roxas for the most part is, as well as there's a lot more for him and Axel when he's part of the organization in a different game. But we will hopefully get to all that as well. All right, so we will continue. There's one more cutscene I'm going to show you, and then I'll go back to actually play the game.
Dead end?
There's gotta be a path somewhere.
Sorry, lad, there's one more.
What are you going to do with us?
You're the fire that feeds Sora's anger.
No. Sora's in danger because of me. This way. Who? Believe in yourself. Come on, hurry!
Okay, now I get to continue. Let's see. Alright. Did I buy the things? Yes. Okay. So let's just step it up. Let's do the thing. And there. Okay. I thought I saw a magic boost. I will use that magic boost. I'll use that magic boost on you. Excuse me. Ice cream. Oh, you know what I didn't mention? Okay, so you know how we have this picture when I was talking about Hayner and them. So physical, real world, Hayner and them have never met Roxas, obviously. But when they showed in this picture, that's when they start, even before then, they were feeling it, but at that point, they're like, Roxas is our friend too. Even though we've never met him, we recognize. And they become, kind of highly invested in what's going on as well. Let's see. What's the new thing? It's the same, but it doesn't have the fire boost, or the blizzard boost. I just have more than one of these? I do. Okay. 4 or 5. 4 or 5, yeah. Blizzard boost. What is a plain mushroom? Oh. Why is a plain mushroom? What do you got? The 8? I don't think we have better than this. Yeah, that's not better. We have a joyous mushroom. It's very sad. But, that's cool. Yeah. we go.
Kairi, where are you?
Shh! Remember where we are. This is their stronghold.
Wait! Your Majesty!
Be careful. I think we got company.
Oop. Lock your bag, Kairi.
Namine. There you are.
Namine?
Kairi, I'm afraid leaving is not an option. I'll take you to see Sora. You don't want that?
I do. More than anything. But not with you around.
If I had a heart, this would be where I'd die of laughter. You... Didn't Roxas take care of you?
You can take it from here, Riku. Riku? Wait! Riku, you're really here?
Oh my goodness! What have we done? What's going on? Why does Riku look like Ansem? I think she can leave this weapon. Looks like it carries that from her very own. Look about that.
Yeah.
Very awesome. Wait. No, I'm sorry. Is that dead or alive? Alright. Okay. No save points. That's danger. Wow, this place looked bigger from the outside, but the inside looks even bigger. This is going to be our last battle. Let's show them what we're made of. Oh, we're gonna has the greatest defense. What do you think? Golly, I feel darkness around us, but we haven't seen any members of Organization 13. But you know, they always show up out of nowhere. Let's be ready. Let's be ready. Brink of despair. What did we get? We just got something. Oh, it was the belt. That's the cosmic belt. 6 defense. You would do? Abba-jabba. A-jabba? A-jabba. A-jabba! Yes, alright. There we go. Let's go different. Oh, got no ability. It's me? Why is it me? Other people can get new abilities too, you know. Combo Master. Deny. Deny. Did I not? How do we do? What do we need? 3 points? Do we have it? Nope. Oh, we must have done it in the one I didn't save. Alright. Let's see. Going into battle. Should we do high potion, ether? Ether goes probably fine. What was I doing? Oh, right. Abilities. I think we all want this. I don't know who we're fighting. I could look it up, but I'm just not going to. We're gonna deal with it as best we can. Alexa, cancel. Okay. Did I save? No, I forgot. Over here, my friend. Nothing cool. It would be nice to get Donald and Goofy's weapons. Oh, and the ultimate weapon. That would be nice. What am I missing? Dense crystals and Orihawk pluses. Wow, a lot of Orihawk pluses. I wish I could see what it does before I make it. Oh, we'll worry about it. If there's no
Sora, you've done well.
Where's Kairi?
Who knows? I expect she's catching up with her friend from the darkness.
What do you mean?
She doesn't need you anymore.
I'm supposed to believe that?
Well, you don't have to. But you can believe this. Organization 13 has no further use for you. Just look there. Our Kingdom Hearts. Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Can you hear their euphoria? Now all they need is one more helping from the Keyblade Bearer.
We gotta fight!
But Kingdom Hearts!
Sora! Sora, it's really you!
Kairi!
Huh? You leave Sora alone!
Jesus, girl.
Sora.
take it.
This time, I'll fight. You know Sora's
You go.
completely hopeless without us. Come on, Riku. Ha!
I like how bold she goes in. She knows what she's doing.
Well, well. Will the intrusions never end?
Why, Pete, this castle is perfect. Perhaps we should acquire it.
Well, the setup is kinda nice, I guess, but what about all the Heartless? Oh, this in-between world, it's way too close to the darkness. They ain't gonna listen to us here.
Once again, you underestimate me.
It's been too long, my friend.
Why didn't you come to me before things got so bad?
Xemnas, the organization of Xehanort, my foremost apprentice. The burden there.
Is that all?
I won't deny there was more. I was obsessed with thoughts of revenge. My apprentices stole everything precious to me. My research and my pride.
I can't help you with revenge.
I know. Riku's told me 1,000 times.
Where is he?
He must be with his friends by now. Riku was a great help to me. I found him wandering the darkness after you and he lost track of each other.
Gosh, we didn't lose each other exactly. Riku left, well, because Xehanort's Heartless was still inside his heart, troubling him. And he sure must have been suffering. But what I don't understand is why he looks like that now, when he's still Riku at heart.
I am to blame. When I met Riku the first time, he still had the appearance of a boy. Probably because he had such a strong heart. I asked him to find a young man named Roxas from Organization 13 and bring him to me. When I told him it would help Sora awaken from his slumber, Riku left without a word. He fought Roxas, and I can only surmise Riku lost that fight. Riku must have realized then, to fight in the realm of darkness, he would have to immerse himself in that same darkness. And when he did, you saw what became of him. When Riku brought Roxas back to me, he was introducing himself as Ansem. If that was what it took to awaken his friend, he was ready to live in darkness. Riku was the victim of my revenge. Oh, how my heart ached. I could only laugh to hide my shame.
I guess it must have been after that when I saw Riku again. He said he wanted to help Sora, but he made me promise. Promise that Sora wouldn't ever find out about what happened to him while he was out in the darkness.
My friend, the time has come. I must make amends to these young people.
What's going on?
Have you been a good boy?
Show yourself!
Oh, it sounds like you haven't. Sora! Roxas!
Roxas? Hey, did he just call me Roxas?
You've really put Organization 13 in a pickle. I guess that must be why the Keyblade chose you. But man, did it pick a dud this time. You don't look like you're half the hero the others were.
Are you done rambling?
Rambling? As if. All I'm trying to tell you, traitor, is that your time is up.
Here he comes!
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
That's right. They don't normally call me
Gotcha now! Clever little sneak.
Oh, come on! Press the button. Is that what it is? Oh no, that was not what we wanted. Oh god.
Okay, now we're talking.
Let's
see how you dance.
Anything you want to rap, man?
Gather!
Oh no. Let's work.
Gotcha now! Clever little sneak. Let's see how you dance.
Keyblade to the voice! So good! Hey, Danny. Oh my god. go. Item slot. Good for you, Donald. Good for you.
Why did you call me Roxas?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Hey, hold on!
Sure, it's tiny.
Uh-oh, they need our help.
Sora and Rico are together. We have no part to play here.
Gee, I wonder if Riku will ever change back.
Rico chose that form so he could use the power of darkness. It won't be easy.
Kairi, we're on our way.
I just want to take a second and remind us all that Diz is a huge jerk. The fact that Name is running around again is something they don't actually touch on in the game. But if you read the manga of the game, you find out that Diz, like, literally, just when he was done with her, like she had finished working on Sora and reconstituting him type of thing, he just threw Name in a closet and locked the door and hadn't gone back for her. Axel eventually found her and let her out, which is why they were together at an earlier point of the game. So, just you know, daily check-in of Diz is a jerk. Doesn't look like we can get to Kairi directly from there. I know you're in a hurry, but we need to take that path over there. I can jump so high. What's going on? Ansem was fighting alongside Kairi. Anyway, Kairi's under attack. We have to help her. So if we have not already realized as much, the figure we see in the extra scene at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, and the one that we see talking to Diz throughout Roxas's whole thing, is Riku now appearing as Ansem. That's why he's so tall, I suppose. Wait, was that the way we wanted to go? I think it was the other way. But since we're here, we'll see. Oh, wait. I'll put Donald. Oh, that kind of item. I would give you things, but you can't be trusted. I was just gonna check that room for treasure. I don't think there was any, but yeah, there was okay. Who decorates these castles? Or did they just like appear out of nowhere? Like a Neverland or Slayer sort of world of wheel thing. I really need you to be Orion. Yeah. Rude.
It's over.
Handy.
Back off! This is it! Yeah! Back off!
Hey, there's a dense crystal. Those are those things I needed for the... Oh.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts. Rejoice and feast on these hearts we offer. Shine your pale light on this empty realm. Share your power with all nobodies.
Xemnas, is Kingdom Hearts ready?
Very soon.
Then I can end this charade?
Indeed.
How I've waited to hear that.
Tiny, you are great!
Oh?
You are different, Kairi, but I'm just glad you're here.
You and Riku never came home, so I came looking for you.
I'm sorry.
This is real.
Wait, Ansem! I mean, Xehanort's Heartless. I never thought for a second that I'd ever see you again. Just thinking about all the things you did makes me really mad. But you saved Kairi, right? I have to be grateful for that. Thanks.
God, he's so precious.
Riku, don't go!
Huh?
Kairi, what did you just say?
Riku.
I'm no one, just a castaway from the darkness.
Sora, come here. Say something to him. Here. You'll understand. Close your eyes.
Riku! It's Riku. Riku's here. I looked for you.
Come on, Sora. You've got to pull it together.
I looked everywhere for you.
I didn't want you to find me.
But it was him that was helping us, wasn't it?
Huh?
Those clues we kept finding, that must have been Riku.
I was starting to worry you guys weren't ever gonna catch on. Sora never did pick the brightest friends.
What do you mean by that?
Why didn't you let me know you were okay?
I told you. I didn't want to be found. Not like this. I couldn't. I fought with Ansem, with Xehanort's Heartless. When it invaded my heart and I won. But to use the power of darkness, I had to become Ansem myself.
Does that mean you can't change back?
This battle isn't over. And until it is, I still need the power of darkness.
Then, let's finish it. You're still Riku, no matter what. So how about it? Think we can handle one last rumble together? The king's waiting.
Yeah, let's get going.
Riku's back, we got Riku. You held on to that charm. That talisman of reunion really worked. I wanted to see you so badly, Sora. I missed you so much. In the past, I was overcome by dark and betrayed you. With Cook's become me. I wasn't sure I wanted to see you, but Kairi insisted. Pretty wanted to see me. Love you. It's amazing, Kairi. And you recognize Riku. He looks just like Ansem. I couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw him. Creepy. So Riku's the one helping us all along. You two must be best pals for him to change his look to help you. Aw, yeah. I think Goofy is the only one in the group that can put two and two together. He's so smart. Such a good boy. Where am I going? Step this way, should I do? I should travel. I feel unsafe, but what do we gotta do?
This spot should do.
What's this gadget for?
It's a device to reclaim Kingdom Hearts and encode it as data.
Not sure I get it.
I do not claim to know the outcome of this venture either. After all, hearts are unpredictable.
What are you doing, Ansem? So, data worlds are something we've been experiencing lately, right? There's the Twilight Town data world, Tron is a data world. We will experience other data worlds in the future. I'm not quite sure what Yuzu is trying to do beyond weaken Kingdom Hearts. But since Stiz doing it, I don't like it. Let's see here. What we got? Cloak Schemer. Very advancing flames. Melodious nectar. What happened here? Why is it destroyed? I mean, these aren't great, right? Like, I didn't kill that guy. Or that guy. Did I kill anybody? Because it's like... Or maybe I didn't find their little bubbles. I'm not sure what this room is about. But anyway, moving on. Seems like a bad idea. Is this the only way to go, or is this the way to go to? It's magically locked. Oh god, do I have to?
What's that?
It's the king and Diz. I mean, Ansem the Wise. They must be higher up. We better hurry.
I'd rather we just skip the formalities.
You should almost be enemy when they're tiny.
The first to run out of time is the loser.
Beat the time out of you. Flying on that card.
A challenge. Do you know the rules?
Back off! This is it!
Look closely.
Heal! Yeah! Yeah!
Look closely.
Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Back off! Yeah!
Look
Back
closely.
It's over. Yeah.
Look who's on top of the game.
Alright.
Scatter.
Sora.
Do you know this? Don't squander your time.
This is it.
Don't
you
play the game quite well.
Whee! Hey, my magnet element.
How could you, Roxas?
That's Sora!
You okay?
Yeah, no worries. Let's keep moving.
Just a little identity crisis. It's fine. It's all good. Can we jump off this edge? Whew, I know you can. Which day, Goof? I wonder how far the king went. I know he's strong enough to take on himself, but I still worried. Done. Oh, Julio's all ready and ready to go, and I didn't get a chance to fight. You can't tell. You really can't tell what's going to happen. Keep your guard up. Roxas, I know that name. I once spoke with him. He reminded me of you, Sora. Who is he? Oh, that's right. You did talk to him. Not bad, Sora. You've grown stronger. You don't need my weapons, Holy Leader, or the power of the Dark yet. I mean, it's not really my go-to. Thank you for considering. Yeah, remember, when he fell from the tower, he, like, called out to her somehow, or she called out, and they heard each other, and she helped him remember Sora's name. Oh, I'm sorry. I was muted again. I was saying, yes, Kyrie and Roxas kind of did like a mental connection when he fell off the clock tower. He and she heard each other, and he helped her remember, or they helped each other remember Sora's name. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back. I'll probably be reading Ansem's field notes to give my thumb a rest before we continue on with boss battles, but stop here.